It's like I'm in Ella's body. I'm part of her. She's part of me.
It's unnatural, you and that monkey.
The story is based on a real-life program which places monkeys in homes with quadriplegics. And this particular monkey in the story has been tampered with genetically, so it's a bad seed. And so the story is based on that kind of link, a telepathic link that develops between the monkey and the quadriplegic.
To portray Alan, who forms an unusual bond with Ella the monkey, Romero tapped the talents of a relative unknown, Jason Begay.
He's playing the part of a quadriplegic, and so all he's got to work with is the neck up. And he has so much natural magnetism and appeal, I think, that it makes him easy to watch.
I don't think I've ever read a script that I really related to as much as I did this. It's a role of somebody who goes through a change, which I would suppose any decent role really is. But the change is rather dramatic.
What did you do to Ella? What did you do to me, Alan?
His primate co-stars also go through changes, creating one of Romero's toughest directing assignments.
Parker, action. The most difficult job that we have is working with the monkeys. The monkey is bright enough to say, wait a minute, I've done 3 takes on this already, I'm not going to do it again. Talk to my agent, we'll have lunch. So that's really what gets in our way.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. George wrote the script and made our little heroine monkey, Ella, such a little star that I only thought that this part was written for a Marlon Brando at the pinnacle of his career to perform all the things the monkey has to perform.
Okay. Maybe you can learn something from them, you know, because one thing they are is truthful. And they don't want to do anything, then they won't do it.
Hey, company's here. Come on, Cage. Cage. I was a little worried about how I would feel about monkeys. They asked me, oh, great, you know, I love animals. But, you know, I wasn't really so sure. But they are charming and adorable and a lot of fun to be around.
Up. Maybe these other goons are holding you back, huh?
Oddly enough, the monkeys give you a lot to work off of just naturally because they're so, I mean, you talk about spontaneous, really, you really don't know what they're going to do. And that's kind of exciting, and that creates a kind of danger that's stimulating.
Let me know what's on your mind. Come on, Ella, show me. Show me what you can do.
There was a scene where, at the end of the movie, in the lab, where I'm attacked by a lot of the monkeys, or all of my monkeys in the lab. There's a group attack. That was scary to witness. My double did it. Everybody in the room was perspiring, and their hearts were beating loudly by the end of the take. And there's something about it that's fundamentally frightening for us as human beings, witnessing these animals who are so human.
There's no question about it being difficult, but the rewards when you get that shot, that's just magic. It's really extraordinary. Yeah, we've only had the thing a week. She already knows which cards are which. Yeah, so we're keeping that part of it.
On this set, if somebody else were at the helm than George Romero, I think that it would really be very difficult because it takes an incredible amount of patience. And number 2, you have the writer right there, so he really understands what the scene's about.
Whenever she goes over and takes the battery out of the flashlight, and then she jumps up and starts giving you mouth.
It's George Romero, so a lot of people are going to assume that it's a horror picture, you know, obviously, because of Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead. This is very different from those movies. It's more a thriller.
Ella?
The last half hour of this film, though, I think is very scary. I think if it turns out the way it looks as though it's going to turn out, it's going to be a very, very frightening experience. Even though it is what you might term a psychological thriller, there are elements in, particularly towards the end of the film, that I think I hope will have the audience 3 feet up out of their seats a few times. The story is based on a real-life program which places monkeys in homes with quadriplegics. And this particular monkey in the story has been tampered with genetically, so it's a bad seed. That's where the problems come from. I don't have any problem at all believing that what happens in this film could actually happen in life, because the monkeys make it very, very believable. The monkeys are actually doing the things, and when you see that it's not mechanical, it's not like a 40-foot mechanical shark. This is a real animal doing these things, and it's such an intelligent animal that you can see in its eyes that it seems to know what it's doing.
It's a role of somebody who goes through a change, which I would suppose any decent role really is. But the change is rather dramatic, and it's very much of an inner change, which I suppose is a real change. Somebody who, at the very beginning, because of circumstances, I break my back, his life has changed. And then the movie starts, really, and the change is one where I learned to deal with this.
It was suspenseful. It was a love story. I thought it was really scary, but I also thought it was tender and sweet. And it also had the kind of interesting subject of dealing with a quadriplegic, and my character trains capuchin monkeys to do tasks for quads. So there was something fun about learning about that and spending time with the monkeys, and little did we know how much time we'd be spending with the monkeys.
Well, for one thing, there's an enormous sense of security on the set because he's a very calm man, and it's a real stimulating. It's real great when actors can work in an environment that they feel is safe, because this is a very stressful movie to work on because of what it's about, and it would be tough if George was anxious and difficult to work with. It would make a difficult movie. And I think it can sometimes stimulate the creative process, it can sometimes inhibit it. And in this sense, I think it would inhibit it. And it's good that it's not that way. I mean, George, really, you feel he's real connected to the actors. He's real, he's just very supportive, and he really cares a lot about it. His concern is just it's so evident in everything he does and says, and that's a very positive thing to be around, and his love of the project itself.